In the heart of suburban tranquility, where manicured lawns and picket fences painted a picture-perfect facade, lived Lucas, tall and unassuming, with a shy smile that rarely reached his troubled eyes. He blended seamlessly into the bustling halls of Oakwood High School. To his classmates, Lucas was the quiet kid who sat in the back, doodling in his notebook and occasionally acing tests without effort. Little did they know, behind his stoic demeanor lurked a chilling secret. It started innocuously enough, strange whispers in the dead of night, shadows that danced just beyond the edges of his vision. Lucas dismissed them at first, attributing them to stress or lack of sleep. But as weeks turned into months, the whispers grew louder, their voices insistent and demanding. One stormy evening, as lightning split the sky and rain drummed against his bedroom window, Lucas awoke to find himself standing in the middle of his room, hands clenched into fists. His pulse thundered in his ears as he struggled to remember how he had gotten there. The room was cloaked in darkness, the only light emanating from the occasional flash of lightning. Fear crawled up Lucas's spine like icy fingers as he realized he had no memory of the moments leading up to this. The whispers, once mere echoes in the background, now pulsed with a malevolent energy, urging him towards actions he couldn't comprehend. In the days that followed, Lucas's behavior grew increasingly erratic. He found himself drawn to abandoned places, the derelict house at the edge of town, the overgrown cemetery where shadows danced among forgotten graves. Each visit left him feeling drained yet strangely invigorated, as if he were awakening from a dream he couldn't quite remember. His friends noticed the change. Sarah, his childhood friend with an ever-present smile, grew concerned as Lucas withdrew into himself. But Lucas's responses were distant, his gaze haunted by a darkness she couldn't fathom. Meanwhile, Lucas's parents, oblivious to the turmoil brewing within their son, attributed his mood swings to typical teenage angst. They exchanged worried glances over dinner, their conversations tinged with unspoken fears they couldn't articulate. One afternoon, after a particularly unsettling night of sleepwalking, Lucas found himself in the school library, surrounded by the scent of old books and the hushed whispers of students studying for exams. He sat alone in a secluded corner, his fingers tracing absent patterns on the worn wooden table. Suddenly, a book fell from the shelf with a loud thud, breaking the silence like a crack of thunder. Lucas jumped, his heart racing as he stared at the leather-bound tome now lying at his feet. The title, embossed in faded gold letters, read, "A Guide to Unseen Forces." Curiosity warred with dread as Lucas hesitantly reached for the book. Its pages were yellowed with age, filled with arcane symbols and cryptic passages describing ancient rituals and forgotten lore. He flipped through the pages, his breath catching in his throat as he stumbled upon a chapter titled Possession and Exorcism. The words blurred before his eyes, dancing like shadows on the edge of his vision. A chill swept through him as he realized he wasn't alone. A presence, cold and hungry, coiled around his thoughts like a serpent poised to strike. Frantic, Lucas slammed the book shut and shoved it back onto the shelf, his hands trembling. He staggered out of the library, the weight of the ancient knowledge he had glimpsed settling heavily on his shoulders. That night, Lucas found himself once again standing in the darkness of his room, the whispers surrounding him like a swarm of malevolent insects. This time, however, he was not alone. A figure emerged from the shadows, a spectral presence with eyes that burned like coals in the dim light. "Lucas," it hissed, its voice a guttural rasp that sent shivers down his spine. "You belong to me now." The room seemed to constrict around him as Lucas fought against the unseen force that gripped his soul. Memories surfaced like shards of glass, moments of lost time, inexplicable impulses that had driven him to the brink of sanity. The whispers grew louder, drowning out his protests as the darkness threatened to consume him whole. In a desperate bid for salvation, Lucas sought out Sarah, the one person who had always believed in him. Together, they delved into the mysteries that plagued him, uncovering buried secrets and forbidden knowledge hidden within the depths of their quiet town. Their journey led them to the abandoned house at the edge of town, its walls crumbling with age and neglect. Inside, they discovered a hidden chamber lined with ancient runes and symbols etched into the walls. Here, in the heart of darkness, Lucas confronted the entity that had claimed him as its vessel. The battle that ensued was waged not with swords or spells, but with the strength of Lucas's will and the unwavering faith of Sarah by his side. With every ounce of determination he could muster, Lucas fought against the darkness that threatened to engulf him, unraveling the tangled web of lies and deceit that had ensnared his soul. In the end, it was Sarah's voice, clear and unwavering amid the chaos, that broke through the darkness, freeing Lucas from the grip of the malevolent entity. As light flooded the chamber, banishing shadows that had haunted them for so long, Lucas collapsed into Sarah's arms, his body trembling with exhaustion and relief. But the scars of their ordeal ran deep. Lucas returned to his normal life, haunted by the memories of his possession and the knowledge that darkness lurked just beneath the surface of their seemingly peaceful town. And as he looked into Sarah's eyes, filled with understanding and unspoken love, Lucas knew that some battles could only be won with courage, faith, and the strength of those who believed in him. In Oakwood High School, where shadows whispered secrets and unseen forces stirred in the darkness, Lucas learned that true horror lay not in the monsters that lurked under beds or in closets, but in the depths of the human soul and the darkness that threatened to consume it.